What is up, Chin Music 3? Welcome back. Hope everyone had a great off season. The basis of this video, we're going to do a little keeper selection predictions. Do some introductions here. We have the 2011 inaugural season Chin Music champion, Bite My Ass, aka Randy Hall.
Hello, nice to meet you all. I've never met any of you actually, so this is my first true introduction to you as the guy that kicked ass many years ago.
How you doing tonight, Randall?
I'm doing all right. It's over here at Bag and Bolt's place. First time here in St. Louis in a year or so. And
that's excellent.
That's
Just
pretty
fabulous.
good. That's good.
We're going to introduce over here the third place this year, Murr Coffee Run, Elaine Bolt. How you doing, Elaine?
I'm good. How are you, Mike?
Oh, I'm just fabulous.
Good.
Just fabulous. Well, big off season to talk about. Kind of cover some of the major acquisitions and trades. Start off with the Cardinals. Would you guys agree? Both very quiet. Added a left-handed specialist, Choate. Brought in Wigington for the bench, and we traded Skippy Schumacher.
I'm sad to see him go. Skip was a personal favorite of mine, but I understand he wasn't necessarily the Billy Badass or anything like
Personal
that. Personal
favorite, my ass. I loved him.
Jared?
Jared. The
That's right.
Jared.
It's okay.
Well, with the Twins were noisy this year. I'm sorry, very noisy. You guys dealt Span and Revere. I like it. You guys needed pitching depth. You brought in Vance Worley, bona fide starter in the league. Great addition. Big fan of Alex Meyer, the 6'10 prospect. Think he's going to do great things. Trevor May. And then question marks, Rich Harden and Joel Zamaya. But hopefully that adds a little depth to your guys' pitching staff. This season is going to be dedicated to Stan the Man Musial. Top 10 greatest player of all time, if not top 5. So Chin Music 3 is going to be dedicated to Stan the Man. Get your Sports Illustrated at your local newsstand now before they're gone. I got this poster from a radio station. Very nice.
Mike, you forgot an introduction.
Oh, that's Maple.
Fuck out of here.
Minnesota Joe knows who Maple is. Well,
Hey, lay down.
to finish off with Stan the Man, since we're dedicating it to him this year, his statue down at Busch Stadium, Commissioner Ford Frick, his quote was, "Here's Stan's baseball's perfect warrior, here's Stan's baseball's perfect knight." So with that, we're going to get right into it, fellas and lady. We're going to do our keeper predictions. We're going to start off with the first place team down to the dead last team. Elaine, would you like to kick it off with me, the champs, the defending champs, Boltsy, the Boltzilla Bombers?
How convenient. He talks himself up, he puts himself first in the list.
Right. So, my predictions for Mike's keepers this year is going to be Jacoby Ellsbury, Andrew McCutchen, one of my personal favorites, Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, Aroldis Chapman, and Billy Butler. If he could keep all of them.
No love for Teixeira?
No. He's old.
What do you got, Randall?
I had basically the same, except I picked Ellsbury. I figured he was a little down last year.
He was hurt.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
So that makes
like
you down.
that.
I think he's going to bounce back pretty solid for it. I think I'm rooting.
It's contract year.
Yeah. And, I think, he's had obviously some solid seasons in the past. So I think he's going to do fine.
Monster year, too.
And obviously Teixeira, McCutchen, Harper, Trout. I think you're going to... a solid set of keepers to go with you.
Alright.
You should have a decent year. We're not looking at first place for you again by any stretch of the imagination,
No.
but decent year.
No, son.
Upper half of the pack, maybe.
Alright, well, Trout and Harper, that's a no-brainer. I'll tell you right now, I'm keeping Trout and Harper.
You're
Including
blowing my mind.
Andrew McCutchen, I'm keeping. and it's tough decisions with the roll disc, with question marks, with the rotation, or closing. But most likely Trout, Harper, McCutcheon, Chapman, and Billy Butter My Bread Butler, baby. If I don't keep Bumgarner or Kimbrell, but over on the west side in Kansas City, Billy Butter My Bread Butler. So we were pretty right on those. We'll go to the second place team, the Smashonians, Ben's team.
We were talking before we got on here. Monster offense, you got it. You're set up for monster offense. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and you couldn't get over that hump last year because of your pitching. You had this monster offense, but no pitching. R.A. Dickey, you got lucky with, in my opinion. It's in Toronto, AL East now. We'll see what happens. But
it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
I'll start this one off. Buster Posey, Votto, the Jew Bear, Ryan Braun, Giancarlo, a.k.a. Mike Stanton.
Stud.
Oh, yeah. Big time. And then, Elvis Andrus, David Wright, Hayward, maybe? Your offense is loaded. You got some tough decisions.
Awesome.
You and I were talking previously about trying to trade like Wright or Hayward or someone you're not going to keep for a draft pick, but everyone's so quiet, doesn't want to trade them. Well, who do you guys got for Smashonians?
Basically the same thing. Got Stanton, Braun, Votto, Hayward. Possible breakout season for Manny Machado. I don't know. If you want to take the risk, I'd go for it.
He's a keeper in my other league.
I mean, I think he's probably going to have a monster year, and I would ride him all the way to the top.
Murcoffy run.
Posey, Braun, Votto, Latos, R.A. Dickey, Wright, and Stanton.
Latos in Cincinnati in the Central Division. Who knows? Third place, we have Murcoffy run a lane. Randy, why don't you go ahead and start that one off?
Well, we're going to see, obviously, Jose Reyes, can his body hold up on the turf in Toronto, everybody? That's obviously, it's a legitimate question. He's going to fall apart, but you got to hold on to him. No, he is, I'm sorry.
No.
Explosive offense in Toronto.
Alan Craig, watch out for a monster year from Alan Craig. No reason to think otherwise from him. Longoria, got to hold on to him. David Price, obviously, stud pitcher. There you go.
Well, Longoria and Price are locks for her team. There's no doubt about it. Then you gotta look at other pitchers, Hamels and Gallardo. I like Jose Reyes, keep her at least another year.
Yeah.
See what happens in Toronto. Craig, I don't know. Maybe after next year, a definite keeper. Hunter Pence contract year, but Longoria, Price, Hamels, Gallardo, Reyes is who I like. Who are you thinking, Murcoffy?
Okay, definitely David Price, favorite pitcher ever. Alan Craig for sure.
You like them big black men, don't you?
Love big black men.
She really took a step down with you.
Can you get your dog?
Who else?
Pence, no. I haven't decided yet.
So you just don't want to share any of your inside information?
No.
This is basically what it boils
Correct.
down to. I don't blame you.
I actually need to go back to the other off-season moves besides the Cardinals and Twins. Skip that. Obviously, Josh Hamilton, A&I, 5 years, 125. The Pujols, Trout, Trumbo. The huge Toronto, Miami salary dump. Burley, Reyes, Johnson,
Half a league.
Anastasio, Greinke to the Dodgers. They're just loaded. The Upton brothers, both in Atlanta now. Huge. It's going to be great watching them and Hayward play. Your Twinkies, you guys might not like this, but Swisher and Bourne to Cleveland. Cleveland's going to compete. Dan Herron to Washington, and the Edwin Jackson Cubs. So with that, let's get back to, we'll go to number 4.
Jackson's going to stretch.
Bockenstedt, Mitch. Speaking of which, Danny Weller and Mitch, you motherfuckers need to change your team names. Team Weller, Team Bockenstedt. Come up with something creative. Change your names. Who you got for Mitch's team, Elaine?
Hanley, Felix Hernandez, Matt Cain, Chase Headley, Ian Desmond.
Ian
Jay
Desmond.
Desmond.
Okay.
It's because you got a thing for. He's the only white guy you like.
What about Cespedes?
Cespedes is on my list.
Okay.
Jay Bruce and Matt Holliday.
She named like 10 players, Randy. Who do you take?
I had some trouble. Obviously, you got Felix Hernandez, Matt Holliday, Hanley, Chase Headley. I think you got to hold on to him, but I can't imagine he's gonna have as good a year as he did again. I mean, San Diego's just
They're
fucking.
moving the fences in.
I don't care. That place is just fucking cesspool.
The marine air out there. It's thick.
Yeah, I don't know. Outside of that, it's wild card. I don't know.
He's got locks, I think. He's got King Felix, Cespedes, and Matt Cain. There's 3 locks. And then I don't know about Hanley again, but I like Jay Bruce, Matt Holliday.
Hanley's fine.
Zimmerman? I don't know.
Zimmerman's. I go either way with him.
Was that the pitcher or the third baseman?
He's not a keeper.
Third base.
Okay. Well, they got that Jordan Zimmerman
He's not
too.
a keeper status.
All right, well, we'll move right into Danny Weller's team. Well, back to back. Both you guys change your team names. We don't want your last name. Let's go with something unique. Danny, I hear you're out in California now, after Arkansas. Congratulations.
That's quite the upgrade.
Well, Danny, you got some tough decisions. Halliday, you gonna keep Halliday another year? He's getting older. But I like you, Darvish, Beltre,
Gotta be Beltre.
Adam Jones. But then there's the Grandy man, Granderson. He's out for fucking 3 months now, broken forearm, I think. So I doubt you're keeping him. But tough decisions with Hosmer, Bourne, Cueto. What do you guys think?
I was gonna give some love to Ryan Zimmerman.
No.
Oh,
It's a stud.
if that's third, yeah, you almost got to keep Zimmerman.
You gotta keep Zimmerman, Beltre. I personally would keep Halliday as well. I think he's got some. He's got at least one season of solid left in the tank keeper stuff. Gotta hold on to him. Carlos Beltran, come on now. But yeah, other than that, you do have some tough choices to make. Gotta have Beltran. Adrian, yeah. No average guys in your team except for him. He's the only guy over 300, if I'm not mistaken.
Will Hosmer hit 310 this year and 40, or is he gonna fucking hit 230? That's the question. What do you think about Danny, Lane?
I think he needs a speed with Bourne. Beltre needs a little pitching in his life. So keeper of definitely you, Darvish, and Adam Jones.
I think Bourne, now that Bourne got this contract, he's paid, it's guaranteed money. I see no more than 25 steals.
He's got no reason to run.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got plenty of reasons
Once he's
to run.
got
He's
his contract,
He's got running for his pitcher. No more running. He's got another. It's his heritage.
Ooh,
Kenyon?
tied for 5th was the 2011 champ. Bite my ass, Randy. Elaine, let's start it off with Randy. Who you got?
Yeah.
He's got 4 locks I'm looking at.
Okay.
I agree.
Kemp, Kershaw, Cano, Upton, and then
And then the wild card.
my love for the Cardinals, Mr. Wainwright.
All right, bingo.
I love big white men too while I'm at it.
She nailed it.
Take a look at the
Cano, Kemp,
top 5.
Kershaw. You got 2 MVP guys there and a Cy Young guy throwing Upton, and then either Kung Fu Panda or Wayno. He did drop another Jew and Paul Goldschmidt, who I think is going to have a monster career. That's just me. He's a
He
Jew.
may have a monster career, but what about next season?
Never know. Young guy, still
You know,
early to tell.
okay, you know, he may have, like, you see what I have to choose from. And now, obviously, these are the only staples of my team, and everybody else kind of blew last year. But
I definitely expect the 2011 champ to be back up in the hunt this year, along with myself
watch back.
and Ben. No doubt about it. With that, we will. Should we do a short intermission or maybe go to team? We only got about what? 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 4 teams left. We'll take a little break and we'll be right back.